Good morning, students. Welcome back. A very happy new year to everyone. I wish each one of you good health and wellness in this new year 2021. Let us begin with the concluding part of the chapter The United Nations, Module 3 from Political Science. So far, we have learned about United Nations, the objectives of United Nations, principles of United Nations, the structure, its six organs, and the subsidiary organs or the other organizations that help UN, which are the General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, International Court of Justice, Trusteeship Council, and the Secretariat. Now, let us move towards the concluding part of this chapter, Millennium Development Goals. The member nations of the UN, they came together in 2000 and decided upon the development goals for the new millennium. Some of the important goals are as follows: to eliminate poverty and hunger, to make facilities for primary education available to everyone, to bring about women empowerment, to reduce infant mortality rate, to take special health care of pregnant women, to fight diseases like AIDS, malaria, etc., to increase cooperation between developed and developed countries, and to protect environment, which remains the topmost goal. All these would be possible with the help of UNICEF, that is United Nations Children's Fund, as well as UNESCO, that is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Apart from these, the UN has also adopted Charter for People and Planet. That is, they have set up some sustainable development goals too. What are they? No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, that is, to take care of the marine life as well, life on land, to take care of the animals, the trees, and all the living beings on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnerships for the goals. So, these are some uh, plans, development plans that they have chartered for people and the planet. Apart from these sustainable goals, the main objective of the United Nations is to settle international conflict peacefully. In its charter, the United Nations has laid down certain ways and means to be employed to achieve this goal. It includes appointing an intermediary or an arbitrator to solve the conflicts which has arisen between the nations, to take recourse to military means, and to ensure that conflict will not occur again. It can also use legal procedure. It appoints an arbitrator to solve the dispute. This is how it does it for securing peace, which has acquired a lot of importance these days. It also makes efforts to ensure that violence does not erupt in strife-torn areas and normalcy is restored as soon as possible. For example, they help in starting schools, creating awareness among the people about human rights. They make social, economic, and political facilities available. They also help in conducting elections. Next up, the peacekeeping activity of the United Nations involves creating appropriate circumstances which are favorable for bringing about permanent peace in strife-torn areas. If you look at the picture given in the slide, you will understand that India has also provided its help to the United Nations, and it helps in establishing peace in different countries around the world. In conflict-ridden areas, security is provided by these peacekeeping forces, and help is also extended for establishing peace. They take up peacekeeping as one of the tasks for safeguarding and fostering peace all around the world. They may they prevent conflict and mediation. They actually establish peace. They implement measures of protecting peace. India has participated in the different conferences that were held before the establishment of the UN. India has participated in bringing issues like decolonization, disarmament, racial segregation on the United Nations platform. In 1946, India was the first country to raise the question of racism in the United Nations. It has always led discussions about the problems of undeveloped and developing countries. India has sent her troops to participate in the United Nations peacekeeping forces. Not just that, another proud moment for India was when India had sent an all-woman peacekeeping force as well. Thus, from it is evident that India has always made serious efforts in establishing peace wherever it is required. We come to the conclusion of this lesson, children. I hope you have understood this lesson. In case you have any doubts, you may send me a message on my WhatsApp. Thank you, students. Refer to the Word document. Please go through the lesson once again from your textbook. Do not forget to write down the diagrams, copy the diagrams that are given in the Word document. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wishing you and your family once again a very happy new year. Thank you.